One of the most memorable studio moments actually was when Common came in the studio and just hopped on the Sex With You joint. I was like 18, and Common's one of my biggest influences just in terms of like music in general. I was at rehearsal like 3 blocks away from my studio. My boy was from Chicago, was playing some of my songs, and we used to keep the door open in the studio because it was in the parking lot of a major studio. So it was like a little room, but we kept the door open so when cats came out, they would hear the music and be like, oh yeah, that's dope. And like a bunch of people would stop in and be like, oh, that's dope. Like Steven Tyler, a bunch of people. He was in the studio, he was playing the songs loud. And Common was leaving the studio and heard a record and was like, what is that? Went in the room and my boy's like, oh, Common, yo, I'm from Chicago too. And so he just played him a bunch of joints, and then he texted me like, yo, Common's in the studio right now. And I was like, what? He's like, Common's in the studio listening to your records. So I jumped in the car, drove 3 billion miles an hour to the studio, and then got in there, and then we just sat there for 45 minutes. I was playing him joints, he was playing me joints, and he was like, he took a couple beats for his stuff and just literally was like, let me hop on that record. I was like, duh, like, absolutely. And then he ended up cutting it when he was in Canada shooting a movie and sent it over. I was up at my aunt's house. I was like, this is crazy, because I was hearing him on my feed. It was like, oh man, that's crazy. I remember listening to the B album, so it was a blessing, man. And it was just, you know, it's cool when your idols, you meet them and they're actually as dope as, like, you know, you think they are. The humble dude. Common's one of the dopest dudes too, so it was cool, man.